Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Advertisers Watching Ads. Yesterday, the John Lewis Christmas ad was revealed, and this episode will hear from a whole bunch of different brands and agencies and suppliers to tell us what they thought about this year's ad. Was it an overdone turkey or a giant box of Quality Street? Let's find out.
I only knew you for a while. Christmas tree. I never saw your smile till it was time to go. Time to go away. This is. Sometimes it's hard to recognize. Love comes as a surprise, and it's too late. It's just too late to stay, too late to stay. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams.
John Lewis out here triggering people, and I love it. People are going to say, why weren't the family white? And people are going to say, if you made the alien black, then that would have been considered racist. Who cares? You don't care because you're John Lewis and you're using your influence to make sure that people have conversations and that change happens in people's minds. I absolutely love it.
I actually watched the version with the audio description, and interestingly it gave me a richer understanding of Nathan and Sky's storyline, and I'd say that the thing that I took from that, actually I watched it accidentally, but then I was like, no, actually this is a really interesting kind of way to view things, and it's important to remember that when we cater for the marginalised or minority groups, then we all benefit.
It's an out there twist on a very classic formula, but for me it works. Perhaps not as emotional on the heartstrings as some of their previous years, but there's a lot of moments of laughter, of smiling, of joy, and the Christmas spirit. And I love the insight that, your first Christmas is that extra magical thing, and it's a quirky and unusual way to bring that to life. And of course, I've ordered the jumper, but then I love a branded Christmas jumper, me.
It showed a warm, non-white family, which was nice, and some really balanced product placement in this kind of very British family home. But then the story, for me, this kind of teen romance with a kind of non-binary alien, noted, the story didn't really make me feel warm. I don't think it really went anywhere. The cover was really nice, really enjoyed that. But yeah, it was just a bit pleasant, really, not really breaking. But did I like it? Yeah.
As traditional as my mom's dried turkey sandwiches on Christmas Day, I really look forward to picking holes in the John Lewis advert every year. And I think if you get past the token casting, which we've become accustomed to in recent times, and also the fact that it made me question what gender ET was back in the day, I think John Lewis have really nailed the tone this year.
Absolutely loved it. It's distinctive, it's differentiated in a sea of Christmas ads filled with Christmas lunches and giving of presents. I don't think anyone expected aliens. That's all I can say. And if you are in London, there is a spaceship that has crashed in London. I think it's near the Thames, so go check it out.
I reckon the John Lewis Christmas ad demonstrates how good Phil Oakey of the Human League and Giorgio Moroder of Lots of Synthesizers were at writing fantastic pop classics. As for the ad itself, Pound Shop ET. Merry Christmas, everybody.
For me, this one felt really fresh. It felt confident. It felt like it took all the best bits of previous John Lewis ads, but felt more up to date, more modern, had this kind of little dystopian edge to it, but it's a really beautiful exploration of otherness, the feeling of belonging, and how important Christmas is for that, whether or not you celebrate it from a religious perspective.
I love it. I think it's really nice. It's like a warm hug. It's hit the right tone, I think, for the current mood where, you know, it's not been the easiest of times, and it's good to sort of step back and get a new perspective on things. And it's that sort of child's perspective on Christmas, which is so lovely.
I love the sense of freshness there, and the use of the alien. Well, that's just a bit of cheeky fun, isn't it? And also sort of demonstrates in an extreme way what it might feel like to view Christmas for the first time.
It felt like the beginning of a Christmas film that I wanted to watch with the family. So beautifully produced, and just landed really well and touched upon everything from diversity and togetherness. So I can't say a negative thing. I loved it.
The John Lewis ad this year reminded me a lot of E.T., and especially one Christmas where my stepmother said to my dad, we should watch E.T. this afternoon, it'll make you cry. And my dad said, I don't want to cry, it's Christmas Day. And this reminds me that this ad is full of emotion, and at Christmas sometimes people just want to feel emotion or be reminded that they have the capacity to feel.
What is not to love about that ad? It is warm, it's inclusive. It reminded me a lot of the Smuds and the Smooths for anyone who's got little children. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. The track's great. You want to find out more. I loved it. I'm off for some Port and Stilton.